WNBA on 2K Sports. Welcome in, everybody. Our game tonight featuring the Indiana Fever as they go up against the New York Liberty. In the booth with Tim Swartz and Brian Benefitemi, I'm Blake Suniga, and we're glad to have you along for the ride.
These New York Liberty fans couldn't be more excited for this matchup. You can expect to hear them throughout the entire game.
Well, even as players come and go, there's been some bad blood between these two teams. The rivalry itself, it is intense and very entertaining.
And so for Indiana, they've gotten the better of this season series so far against New York.
Those chances, usually they're 2 points for her. The D, I guess, did just enough to bother her.
Pass to Gray. Outside Cunningham. The three-pointer off the mark.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Lucky she was off.
I just hope that was a mistake by the D, because if that's how they plan to guard her, they're going to have serious problems.
And stolen by Brittany Griner. Inside. And stolen by Alicia Gray. To the inside.
Malunga shot is off.
And it's New York's ball. Pass to Hayes.
Well, and after some early jitters, a few first-year players have really broken out.
Yeah, they're looking more comfortable. It takes time to adjust to the speed of the game.
And to learn the scheme, especially at the defensive end, where it takes just one person missing their assignment to give up points.
Gray outside. Stolen by Tiffany Hayes. Lays it up and banks it in.
A big-time battle inside. Tiffany Hayes winning that one.
And it's the Fever ball. Searching for their first points of the game. Steps back. It's stolen away. Down low. Here's Mack. It's a deflection. Pass to Gray. Gray outside. Beyond the arc. Indiana again missing. Outside Hayes. Here's Cannon for three. Buries it from three-point range.
I can't believe it. They cannot forget about her like that. She's not going to miss that open look.
Malunga outside.
Gray. Just 5 on the clock. The three is up. Buries the long-range jumper.
Yes, Gray wanting to respond. We've seen her shoot it from 30% for a season from deep.
Pass to Mack. To the paint. It's tipped and stolen by Gray. And Gray gets it to go. It's a tie ball game.
A natural-born scorer like Gray, they seek those easy transition points.
Well, at the 2024 games in Paris, Dominique Malunga helped France capture silver.
Yeah, at just 18 years old, she was a key part of that France team. That performance, a big reason why she went so high in the draft.
Here's Mack.
And great D that time from Malunga.
Such tough defense there against one of the better finishers in the game.
Outside Sabali.
Malunga sets a screen.
Sabali shot is off. And here's Hayes. Pass to Griner. Shoots over Sabali. And again, it's the Liberty missing. Now here's Gray. Sabali. Good, and it's Chelsea Gray who picks up the assist.
It's big for Sabali's confidence when she hits from three-point land because she knows she has the touch.
And they've been struggling here offensively.
Bit of a dry spell for sure.
Now here is Hayes. Shot to stop the run. It's rebounded by Sabali. The Fever leading. Pass to Gray. Outside Cunningham. Gray. Sabali the screen. 6 to shoot. Lets it go from deep. And no good. And the Liberty with possession here. And here's Cannon. Now Hayes. Reiner inside. She's covered by Cunningham. Cannon, no good. Now here's Gray. Wyatt so far offensively searching for first points of the game. That doesn't go either for Satu Savali.
It's been a bit of a struggle for her this quarter in terms of scoring the ball.
Pass to Hayes. From deep. New York, no good that time either.
I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Look good here, too. I'm as shocked as you.
Gray up top. Here's Cunningham. Now here's Gray. Malunga. She's guarded by Griner. Clock at 4. Back to Gray. Puts up a 3. New York with the rebound. Now Cannon. Trying to get back on track. The rebound by Malunga. Pass to Gray.
Watch this.
Gray outside. Fires for 3. Mack grabs the miss. The Liberty trail. Gray defending. Pass to Griner. Hayes. Chelsea Gray with some nice defense. On the wings, Satu Savali. Gray, she's guarded by Hayes. Gray outside. The 3. And it's Alicia Gray again missing.
You know, it might be a poor shooting performance for her, but luckily her teammates have picked up the slack.
Pass to Mack. To the middle. Tipped. And stolen by Alicia Gray. Gray up top. She's guarded by Hayes. And here's Malunga. Gray outside. Shot clock at 5. And Brittany Griner with the block.
Well, given Griner's timing and explosiveness, he can pretty much block any shot that goes up in the air.
Here's Walker Kimbrough. Indiana again missing.
And return to the playoffs for the Fever in 2024. It was a huge step forward for the team.
For sure, snapping a 7-year hiatus, and what's incredible is before that, the Fever went to 12 straight postseasons from 2005 to 2016. So this is an organization that is used to winning.
Banham. No good. That would have tied it. To the paint, and stolen by Brittany Griner. Here's Zondalassini. She's guarded by Anxler. Outside Hayes. And she hits it to tie up the game.
It's the lefty, Hayes, ready to shoot the moment she gets the pass.
Pass to Anxler. Walker Kimbrough. Savali. Guarded by Savali. Right side Hayes. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Anxler. Gray outside. Pass to Savali. From downtown, the rebound by the Liberty.
Yeah, I mean, she has been way off the mark this quarter. It is getting rough.
Hayes with it from past the arc, and that's not going to go. So it's a tie game as we end the first. And don't go away, as we'll be back with the action for the start of the... And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter going. And taking a look at the Liberty performance here. Guys, what are your thoughts?
I like what I've seen from them defensively. They forced a lot of turnovers with quick hands.
Yeah, they've been aggressive. Those active hands producing steals early.
Shot clock at 3. Pass to Walker Kimbrough. Jefferson pulls it in.
Well, she didn't have a hand in her face, so I thought she was for sure going to bury that.
Here's Banham. Let's go with a 3. It's rebounded by Angsler.
And here's Indiana.
Now here's Walker Kimbrough. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot, and we'll go to the line.
Well, the defense looking to protect the rim at all costs there.
Something you struggled with in your career, Tim, but definitely saved the layup with that foul. She's going to have to earn him at the line.
And the first one falls for her. Both shots good from the stripe. And so it's New York with it. Jefferson outside. Pass to Stevens. Nice defense from Cameron Brink. The Fever leading. Here's Cunningham. And a miss there on the triple. Here's Zandalasini, covered by Walker Kimbrough. Here's Stevens, fades away and sinks the tough shot.
There's a versatility to Stevens' jump shot that you don't ordinarily see in players her size.
Pass to Brink, outside Cunningham. Back to Brink. Fires high post. Rejected by Azare Stevens. Jefferson outside. Pass to Banham. This one for 3. Rebounded by the Fever. Outside Cunningham. Shot from the low block. Count it.
Perfect approach for what the D was giving them.
The Liberty trail.
And we've seen Satou Sabally take her game to another level. Fellas, how has she done that?
Well, to me, you look at her three-point numbers in the first 3 years, about 25% from deep. Last 2 years, a blistering 43%. Satou's consistency from deep has really opened up the floor in the rest of her game.
So it's Indiana now. They've only given up 2 points this quarter. Pass to Walker Kimbrough. Sabally. That one's good. Maybe that'll get her going after a 2-for-6 start.
Intelligent play call by Satou Sabally. The pick and roll gets her all the space she needs.
And here's Zandalasini. Reiner with the screen. Pass to Cannon. Jefferson. There's the triple. It's up and it's off the mark. One up, one not down. Here's Gray. And just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And she makes that one.
A strong competitor who can score from multiple spots on the floor. Gray has a developed offensive game.
Pass to Cannon. To the inside. Here's Reiner. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. And she'll shoot 2.
At the line for the Liberty.
And she can't get the first shot.
Really, the moment Brittany Griner steps on the floor, she's impacting the game because as an opponent, you have to react to her physical abilities as well as her skill and her touch as a scorer.
And she sinks the second. Here's Gray. Outside, Sabali. Walker Kimbrough. Brink a screen. And here's Walker Kimbrough. And she's going for the oop here. And the ball out of play. The Liberty will have it.
That is such a careless pass. You got to keep your head in the game.
Now Zandelasini. She's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Back to Griner. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over Sabali. And she didn't get quite enough under that one. Outside Cunningham. Pass to Gray. Now here's Walker Kimbrough.
Cunningham.
Here's Sabali. She's guarded by Griner. Fades and shoots. Griner with the rebound.
Being that close to the hoop, I thought she had enough room to nail that one.
Zandelasini. Griner with the screen. Inside. And she takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
What a physical presence down low. Griner's not afraid of anyone when she's around the basket.
Now a timeout called by Indiana.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Now here's Brink. No scoring yet from her, but that's likely to change. Back to Cunningham. 4 on the clock. From outside the arc. The rebound by Brittany Griner. Pass to Hayes. Down low. Here's Griner. Tried to fade back in there, but it's off the mark.
I'm sorry to say it, guys, but she's given them little to nothing at the offensive end.
Here's Golson. Referee from Alicia Gray. Indiana again missing.
I'm not sure why she keeps trying her luck from deep. It's just not working for her.
Outside Hayes. Pass to Mack. Back to Hayes. And here's Griner. Now Hayes. There's the 3. They get it back. Mack can't get it to go. The Fever with the lead. Tries to snap the cold streak. And the layup good by Gray.
Well, quite simply, Alicia Gray is a bucket. She'll find ways to score all over the floor.
And they've been looking at a sink offensively.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Griner. Brink grabs the miss. And it's the Fever ball. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. Gray with it.
Pass to Cunningham.
Gray. Now here's Brink. She's guarded by Griner. Yep, that one goes.
You can always depend on her to put that lead pass right on the money.
And the Liberty with possession here. 7-point differential. Timeout called the Liberty. Rebound by Gray. Gray outside.
Malunga outside. Cunningham up top.
Shoots. And another basket for Indiana.
This is a tale of two quarters here. They had trouble converting their possessions. I think their field goal percentage was a little over 20%. But they've shot themselves out of the slump, and they have the lead. So let's see if they can keep the lead now.
Pass to Griner. Makes it off the glass.
I admire Hayes' vision. I mean, she's pretty much aware and alert of everything happening on the court.
Outside Sabali. And she can't extend the lead to double digits. New York trailing here. Outside Hayes. They set the pick. Clock at 6. Nailed from three-point land.
I mean, that shot just becomes effortless for her when the defense is so relaxed like that.
Gray outside. Out to Gray. Launches a 3. Griner with the rebound.
Just like me, 9 times out of 10, she's going to bury the 3 when she's left all alone like that.
Pass to Max. Now Hayes. Over Gray. Top of the key jumper, no good.
Some of the shots she's taken today have been absolute head scratchers. She's out there playing like it's a game of horse, and it's not.
Now here's Sabali. The layup missed. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Fever ahead, leading by 4. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And it's time for your fan half-court shot. Please direct your attention to center court. Drum roll, please. And measuring up the shot.
Start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first 2 quarters. Welcome back. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. Gray outside. Gray outside.
Malunga sets a screen.
Gray, no good. Pass to Griner. Back to Hayes. Screen by Griner. Hayes up top. Gray defending. Here's Griner. Yes, and a nice assist from Tiffany Hayes.
Honestly, when she hits from this area of the court, you might as well quit. It makes Griner almost impossible to stop. You just can't leave her out there.
Well, after retiring in 2023, Tiffany Hayes joined the Aces mid-season last year.
Yeah, good thing she came back, right? Ended up winning 6th Player of the Year, proving she's still a dynamic scorer.
Crafty move.
And there's the bucket as Malunga finishes the play.
That's a heads-up play there on offense. The pump fake cleared the way for the nice layup.
From about 10 feet out, and that one hits back iron.
That he should be thanking her for that miss.
Pass to Sabali. Ray. Outside Cunningham. Here's Sabali. Releases. And it's Brittany Griner with the rebound. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Pass to Hayes. To the inside. Over Gray. And that one's good. Hayes.
She threaded the bounce pass in there so smoothly.
And here's Malunga.
Here's Gray.
On the wing, Sophie Cunningham.
The 19-foot shot. The rebound by the Liberty.
Man, and they're 1 for 4 to start the second half.
Pass to Griner. Hayes. Griner with the screen. For the tie. And out of bounds, the Fever will take it.
Really careless turnover. That should have been the simplest of exchanges.
The Fever leading. Now here's Gray. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Again, the miss by the Fever.
A slow start to the second half. Seems like they left their offense in the locker room.
Pass to Hayes. Here's Griner. Over Gray. Griner, no good.
Well, I'm going to say the defense got pretty lucky right there because she's going to make a lot more of those than she misses when she gets that much room.
Outside, Sabali. Pass to Gray. Over Hayes, and Gray gets it to go.
A dangerous playmaker with an assortment of moves. Gray is a defender's worst nightmare.
And here's Griner. Screen by Griner. Hayes with it. Gray picks her up. And that one's good.
Was not phased at all by the bigger defender on her. And in the low block, I thought she might be a little phased.
Yeah, you would think that would be her comfort zone. But hey, she looked pretty comfortable right there, didn't she?
Time called here. The Fever decide to talk it over. Gray outside. Pass to Gray. The rebound by the Liberty. Here's Hayes. She's got 9. Griner with the screen.
Tiffany Hayes on the wing.
Gray defending. 5 on the clock. Inside. Griner shot is good. And that ties it up.
And they finally fought all the way back to even the score. We've got a whole new ballgame.
Yeah, and they've got all the momentum in the world right now after that comeback. So you just have to like their chances the rest of the way.
And it's Gray missing. They could retake the lead after trailing for a while.
And such nice work to hang around and put themselves in this position.
Outside, Sabali. Indiana again missing.
He has slipped into a real funk here.
Definitely. The basket is not looking very big to her at this point.
She's covered by Cunningham.
The putback. It's good on the putback. And here's Sabali. 5 points in the game. Gray.
She's guarded by Hayes. Malonga sets a screen.
See Gray for three.
Mack grabs the miss.
Surprising miss, wouldn't you say? I mean, she usually devours those wide open opportunities.
Here's Cannon. And a foul called on the shot. Got her on the way up that time, so she'll shoot 2.
First team foul.
Timeout called the Liberty.
Notice the squad was starting to wear down and called timeout to let them get their lungs back.
New York calls timeout.
And the first one drops. And she makes both free throws. The Fever trailing. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, it's been a long time without a bucket. Focus.
Pass to Walker Kimbrough. 6 on the shot clock. Gray outside. They need this.
They grab their own miss.
Here's Malunga. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
Way to crash the offensive glass there. And once she gets her hands on it, you know it's going back up and in.
Pass is on Delasini. Hayes. Fires from deep.
The rebound by Malunga.
That's a shot she's got to hit. You don't get too many better looks from that range.
Here's Mack. Hayes with it. Gray picks her up. And out of bounds, the Fever will take
The
it.
ball goes to Indiana. Number 41, Garrett.
Malunga outside.
Gray. Just 5 to shoot.
Malunga for 3. Sabali.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. It's all knotted up.
Well, with her 6'4" length, Sabali can gobble up boards. Also has the energy to get that rebound and go up with it.
They set the pick. Here's on Delasini. And again, it's the Liberty missing. Gray outside.
Now here's Malunga.
Guarded closely. Pass to Gray. For the lead. And it's finished off inside by Gray.
And Gray getting it done on the inside. Like seeing her be so aggressive, looking to score from that spot in the court.
Guarded by Sabali. To stop the drought. And she takes it up and lays it in.
The second she got around the pick and shook her man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very well done.
Gray left side. Pass to Walker Kimbrough.
Malunga outside.
Out to Gray. The 3. She can't get it to go. And if they time it right, they can end this quarter with a little 2-for-1.
And that's how you really want to end a quarter.
Tiffany Hayes on the wing. Gray defending. 8 feet out.
The rebound by Malunga.
Gray outside. Left side, Sabali. Gray outside. From the arc.
And it's Malunga with the foul. That's her first foul.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Now Banham. Passes on Delasini. Launches it. And no good trying to get that one. And we wrap up the third, and it looks to be an exciting fourth. And we've got more in store for you right after this. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Pass to Banham. Reiner,
Ring covering.
goes up on the wing, and the bank shot is good.
Really, well, what is good D against someone like Reiner, who's 6'9"? That's probably it, and it's still not good enough.
And here's Walker Kimbrough. Dolson. And it's rejected. Here's Banham. To the middle. Garrett, guarded by Dolson. Count the basket.
Well, if this ball game comes down to the rebounding battle, they'll be the ones coming out on top.
They've had a strong game on that front, without question.
Outside Cunningham. Olsen with the screen. And she banks in the layup.
Great job by Cunningham, working for two in the paint.
New York in the lead. We've gone about 1.5 minutes into this fourth quarter. To the paint. And that one drops for her.
They're not rotating quickly enough on defense down low.
They've got to provide more resistance inside.
Pass to Walker Kimbrough. Misses the three. And so it's New York with it. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. And there's a pick. Back to Griner. And fouled hard that time. And she'll get 2 shots at the line.
That's on Cameron Brink.
An elite athlete for a player of her build. Reiner's willing to battle on the interior.
2 shots.
The first one falls. And so she hits both. The Fever trailing. And they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. They got to score.
Now here's Walker Kimbrough. Back to Cunningham.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oop, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Mack, count it. Good.
And their shooting percentage continues to climb in the second half.
Well, as a group, they've been in total sync since the break. A good team basketball, and it's resulted in high-quality shots.
Very good adjustments at the half.
Chelsea Gray for 3. Jefferson pulls it in.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the boards hard.
And that effort has really been the key to their lead.
Pass is on Delasini. Back to Jefferson. Here's Mack. Now Banham. Gray defending. Fades back. It's hauled in by Chelsea Gray.
She hasn't really done much on the offensive end, but she has worked within the team to help them get the lead.
Cunningham with the bucket.
Well, Cunningham is a taller guard, which makes her a tough cover for most other guards in the league.
Jefferson outside. Pass is on Delasini. They waste no time getting those 3 points back.
Only took them a few seconds to answer the three ball at one end with their own.
A three-point battle starting to take shape here.
Cunningham with it. Now guarded by Jefferson. 5 to shoot. Here's Cunningham. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And here's Sandelasini. Pass to Banham. The tray. The Fever pull it in.
Yeah, she didn't punish them for the weak coverage that time, but they just can't count on her missing.
Absolutely, Brian. She's got to go right back to that shot.
Brink with the ball. Reiner's there. Outside Cunningham. Three-pointer. Sophie Cunningham missing again. Now Sandelasini. Shoots over Walker Kimbrough. Sandelasini can't get it to go. Outside Cunningham. To the middle. Here's Dolson. The basket good off the assist from Sophie Cunningham.
Scoring inside, it's about a lot of things. To me, touch is most important. And Dolson knows how to get the ball in the hoop.
Here's Sandelasini. New York, no good that time either. Now here's Walker Kimbrough. She's guarded closely. Pass to Cunningham. Inside, here's Brink. And Brittany Griner with the block. Here's Banham. Gray defending. Now here's Jefferson. And here's Griner. Off target from outside. Now here's Dolson. D right on her. Misses from short range. Jefferson with it and guarded by Cunningham. Here's Sandelasini to the inside. Reiner's shot's good.
Showing just how dangerous she can be on offense. Gotta respect how hard Griner plays at that end of the floor.
Here's Cunningham. Indiana again missing. And so it's New York with it. Pass to Sandelasini. Shoots over Walker Kimbrough. Sandelasini can't get it to go.
It's been one of those days for her. She's really struggled.
And the basket by Walker Kimbrough.
Those are teammates who clearly know each other's moves very well.
Timeout call for Liberty.
Noticing the squad was getting a bit worn out there, and coach called time to let them grab a drink and revitalize.
And the Fever making a change here. Hayes, and the layup falls.
But don't let her position trick you. Hayes has no issue scoring the ball down low.
Pass to Sabali. Malunga, right side. Here's Cannon. Gray defending. A kick out to Hayes. Down low. 11 feet out. Good on that jump shot.
With credit where credit's due, terrific assist inside.
Gray with it. On the wings, Satu Sabali. Pass to Gray. Gray left side. Over Hayes. And she can't bank that one in. And if they want, they can milk the clock a little bit here.
Great point, Blake. That'd be the best option. I'd agree. You should coach.
And here's Griner. Guarded by Sabali. Griner, no good. Outside Cunningham. Pass to Malunga. Sabali. Takes the three. Good on the three-point shot.
She might not be the top sharpshooter in this league, but that's not a shot that D can afford to give to her.
A rebound by Malunga. Indiana trailing.
The clock's their worst enemy now.
Yeah, they need to work very quickly.
Pass to Sabali. There's the block. Now here's Hayes. Here's Mack. Puts it up from 17. A rebound by Gray.
Well, this game's finally gotten away from them.
It has. There's not really anything they can do.
To the inside. Gray up top. Jacks up a three. They get a hand on it. Winning this one. Probably a little closer than they would have liked, but it's a win nonetheless.
And I think the fans gave them an emotional boost they really needed down the stretch. This